Hey guys, I wanted to take a few minutes today to share with you some concepts I think that are important when you're deciding to move off grid, or in our case, off grid as well as quite isolated. The first thing is to run to a situation, don't run from a situation. And what I mean by that is don't try to escape the situation that you're in, whether it be the hustle and bustle of city life or whatever, and you're, tired of that, you're fed up with that, you want to get away from that. It's understandable, but your mindset should be focused on where you're going, not trying to get away from where you are. So if you're focused on, hey, I'm going to go do this new thing, or I'm going to go, on this adventure, whatever, and your focus is on moving forward, not what you're trying to get away from, in my opinion, I think you'll have a better chance of having success with it. And it'll help you get through, some of the obstacles that are going to come your way. The next thing I want to talk about is the location that you pick. Um, Hopefully you've gone out and done a little bit of research and at least visited the places, the sites, picked out a piece of land, but you also want to spend some time there and know that you love the place, know that you love where you're going to be, um, because that's important. Because those times when you're frustrated, you're down, you're not feeling well, you're questioning what you're doing, and on and on and on. If you're in a place that you're not really in love with, it's just going to make it that much more difficult. However, if you are, if you do really like, the location that you are and your environment, your surroundings, it's a big help to help keep your spirits up and to keep you going through the hard times as well. Uh, with that, specifically the climate that you're going to choose. Um, if you're someone who doesn't really like the cold weather, such as Maristella, she's uncomfortable anything below 40 degrees. So she's not having a good time. Me, on the other hand, is just the opposite, where if it's above 90 and high humidity, I'm absolutely miserable. So fortunately, we live in a location which is semi-arid. Um, Even though most people think of Brazil as being tropical, here where we are is semi-arid and quite comfortable. It does get really hot sometimes, but the humidity's low. Some of the nights are cool, but not anything that's unreasonable to deal with. Also, we don't have to have any heat or air conditioning, which helps. Salvador, a few hours east, is tropical hot and high humidity. There's no way I could live there. It would just be extremely uncomfortable. Unless you had air conditioning, In which case I think I could, deal with it, but not sure I want to be cooped up inside all the time trying to escape the weather that I'm in. The next thing is, don't leave yourself or don't give yourself an easy way out. Uh, Backup plans are great, I guess, but some people would say you're planning to fail. If you put too much time and effort into your backup plan, then your primary plan has no chance really. So, for example, if you bought a piece of land, you're getting ready to make that transition, and you're going to go out and give it a go. But you think, well, just in case it doesn't work out, I'm going to, maintain my house or my apartment, or I'm only going to take 6 months leave from my job or from whatever it is. Um, you're not going to have a great success with it, not in my opinion. It's too easy to give up and walk away. And it's going to take time. It's going to take time for you to adjust and and go through the hardships that you need to go through in order to develop the confidence and the acclimation to your situation, so that you can move forward and really take advantage of all the things that it has to offer. So don't give yourself an easy way out. Another thing is not really a philosophy or an idea, but more of a strategy. Something we found very helpful, and that was to, if you know in advance you're going to be doing this, which in our case we did, we knew a couple of years in advance really. So we were able to start scaling down in our use of energy and our use of products and certain things that we knew we would probably not have access to. Started using light only when we needed it. Reduced our television or internet time down. We didn't do these things, but looking back, something that I would recommend if you are going to be using solar power or something that's going to be quite limited to begin with, your refrigeration is going to be a challenge. So it's doable, but maybe some trial and error, experimenting with living without a refrigerator, or a refrigerator that you can only run during the daytime, which is something that we've been through. Taking trips to the grocery store twice a month, and don't buy anything else in between, that you can learn to manage your food and what you need and what you don't need. Because sometimes living far away from a city, you may not have the ability to go more than twice a month, which is our case. We only go every couple of weeks. So kind of scale down as you transition yourself into it. Made it much easier for us. We not only went through the scaling down in our town in Florida in the United States, but we also moved into a smaller village here close to our house as we were building it, which was another step down into a different living situation. And finally, failure. Failure is the process of learning. You are going to fail at things you didn't even know existed. And it's okay. That's how you take the next step. That's how you learn to do it better next time. That's how you learn a different way. So don't get frustrated with the failures. For example, my first attempt at making this video, great, everything went smooth. Probably smoother than it's going now. But in the process of editing it, I realized the camera focused on the steering wheel in front of me. So we were completely out of focus. I say we, me and my dog behind me here. So, total redo, do it again. You become accustomed to it. Embrace the failures, because it's the learning step that's going to help you get closer to your objective and to the next failure. So anyway, guys, I hope this has been somewhat informative. I do wish you well on all your journeys, and we'll see you next time.